All right, so picture this. You're sitting down, ready to finally watch Enola Holmes tie the knot with Lord Tewkesbury. The dress is picked, the flowers are arranged, and you're thinking, great, a nice, peaceful Victorian wedding. But instead, Enola is having a full-blown existential crisis because she's terrified that taking a husband means losing her hard-earned identity to a fancy new last name. And just as she's spiraling, the plot gods deliver a massive curveball. Sherlock Holmes, the legendary, untouchable master of deduction, goes missing. Naturally, Enola does what any self-respecting Holmes would do. She ditches her own wedding, rolls up her sleeves, and dives headfirst into the London Underground to find her big brother. Since dropping on Netflix on July 1, 2026, Enola Holmes 3 has absolutely exploded, pulling in a staggering 20 million views globally in its first 5 days, and skyrocketing to 33 million in just over 2 weeks. It comfortably locked down the #1 spot on the Netflix US Top 10 chart, proving that audiences worldwide love a good family emergency wrapped in a high-stakes mystery. Now let's talk about the crew she assembles for this chaotic rescue mission. Enola isn't flying solo. She teams up with Dr. John Watson, played with fantastic grounding by Himish Patel, and eventually their brilliant bomb-making mother, Eudora Holmes. As the trio digs deeper, what starts as a simple missing person case turns into a massive web of old rivalries, political conspiracies, and the dark underbelly of the British Empire. Visually, the movie is an absolute treat, thanks to new director Philip Barantini taking the reins from Harry Bradbeer. Switching up the scenery by shooting in Malta alongside those classic Victorian sets gives the whole thing a rich, mature visual texture. Millie Bobby Brown is, as expected, the absolute anchor of this film. Her transition from a scrappy teenage sleuth into a confident, mature detective is seamless, and her signature fourth wall breaks, where she looks right at us to complain or explain, feel sharper and more earned than ever. But look, we have to address the giant muscular elephant in the room, Henry Cavill's Sherlock Holmes. His performance is as charismatic as ever, but he is barely in the movie. And honestly, this is where the script hits a few bumps that have critics scratching their heads. We are talking about Sherlock Holmes here, the man who can deduce your entire life history by looking at the mud on your left boot. Yet the writers expect us to believe he just got snatched up like a clueless tourist. It feels a bit hard to swallow, and if you came into this looking for a deep, brain-melting intellectual mystery, you might leave a little disappointed. Enola Holmes 3 leans heavily into being a fast-paced 1 hour and 45-minute action adventure, rather than a dense detective puzzle. Sharon Duncan Brewster does return with a powerful, commanding presence as Moriarty, but the overall plot lacks that tight, clockwork precision of the earlier films. At the end of the day, does it completely recreate the lightning-in-a-bottle magic of the first 2 movies? Maybe not. The mystery itself is a bit thin, and the plot armor is thick. But as a fun, fast-paced, and witty family adventure, it absolutely delivers. Seeing these characters back together, watching Enola command the screen, and seeing Watson finally enter the mix makes it a ride all worth taking. If you're a fan of the franchise, you're going to have a blast, even if you spend half the movie wondering how the world's greatest detective managed to get himself kidnapped in the first place. What did you think of Sherlock's disappearing act this time around? Did it work for you, or did the mystery feel a bit too simple?